I want to pick up on my last video where I discussed the whole notion of being best or better and the extent to which that is normally comparative thinking. In other words, my goals are to better me from where I am now. I want to drive a better car than my next door neighbour. I want to go on better holidays than my next door neighbour. And you may say to yourself, that's a little childish and facile, but you know, I've come across people whose wives, or husbands for that matter, threatened to leave them because the neighbours went on better holidays. As I said to one particular client, I'd help her pack her bags. But this hierarchical nature of how we see things is actually built into us. When I talk about driving better cars, very often it is, I want to drive a better car because I'm at a higher level in the organisation than the person who I would prefer to drive a better car than. In other words, we're constantly comparing ourselves, and indeed we're constantly comparing our situation now to where we have been. Indeed, if you look at the way organisations set their targets for the coming year, they're normally on the basis of what we've done this year plus a percent. It's always related to where we are now, and let's edge a little bit further forward. Extraordinary achievers simply don't see the world that way. They leave that kind of nonsense to the mad masses of ordinary, crazy people. They see the world in terms of what I could achieve, the best that I could achieve, not in relation to comparing myself to others, but the best that I could achieve by looking beyond the normal way that ordinary people see the world. Comparative thinking is one of the most destructive forms of thought. Even comparing where I want to be versus where I am now is jollying yourself into believing in something that is bigger and better than now, whereas now is pretty pathetic if you're using your mind normally. I'm being a little bit straight and to the point in using words like pretty pathetic or the ordinary mindless masses, but unfortunately that is the reality of the world in which we live. We live in a world where ordinary people will kill each other for, you know, a better job or a bigger car, where ordinary people will knife each other in the front rather than the back to actually get on in the world, to walk over other people in the pursuit of their own success or perceived success. We live in a world where the ordinary masses are missing in action. That is a psychological statement of fact. We should never consider comparing ourselves to people like that. Yeah, we are laboured and burdened with the same minds as everybody else, but through a little bit of commitment, a little bit of discipline, and a regular dose of meditation, we can rise above all that effortlessly. See the world as it really is. Set our minds on what would truly turn us on, what our hearts desire, and then simply go and do the necessary to get it effortlessly. That is what meditation will enable you to do. Why? Because meditation enables you to use your ordinary mind extraordinarily. And that's the secret of success.